completing our 4,000 meter compromise run workout.
There are two different styles of fasting.
So we're making Quest's breakfast. It's typically 10 eggs, kefir, and berries. So we go ahead and do 8 egg whites, 2 full brown eggs. We do 1 serving of kefir, and then I do half a cup of berries. And then he likes to put 1/4 cup of oatmeal on the top. I like to measure everything and add the 1/4 cup of oats. I always paste the nutrition facts behind it because I'm super A-type personality. Ketchup, hot sauce. So I'm gonna go ahead and put that on the table. I'm gonna grab the peanut butter and the jelly as well for rice cakes in case he wants to do that today.
Ketchup on my shit. We are going to be going over just kind of a day, eating, training, things of that nature. People are constantly hitting me up, asking me about like hybrid training, what I do, how I fast, just overall in general what I'm doing. So figure why not make videos on it, right? So it is 16.5 hours, super simple fast. Sometimes people ask about the fast. I do anywhere from a 16 to 20 hour fast, just depends on the day. Here's 3 things that I want to give you guys about fasting. When you're first starting to fast, intermittent fasting, fasting is essentially having a period of time where you're not eating and then having a set period of time that you are eating. For me, the most popular is 16 to 8. That means 16 hours that you are fasting, 8 hours that you are actually eating. And remember that fasting time does count when you are sleeping. So typically, I stop eating at 10 p.m. is my cutoff, and I will start on a 2 p.m. schedule to start eating. When you're starting it, don't start that way. You don't want to release cortisol in your body. Cortisol is a stress hormone. You don't want to cause chaos to your body.
Oh, no.
So start with like a 12-hour fast. You wake up after 8 hours of sleeping, you just give yourself the first 4 hours before you actually get into eating. Then you can work your way up to 15, 16, 17, 18, 20-hour fast. I'm telling you, the first things you're gonna feel is you're gonna feel more cognitive, you're gonna have a higher energy level, you're going to just be more alert, and in all reality, you're also, because of what fasting does for your body, is also really gonna help you with your digestive system and just overall your skin, you name it. Here are my 3 tips for you, okay? Tip number 1, start slow. Don't go into fasting out the gate trying to do 16 to 20 hour fast. Try to do like 12 hours, work your way up every day. 2, stay hydrated. It is super important that you stay hydrated. It's also gonna help your body with just maintenance and not feeling so much hunger. Try to stay with caloric, dense, and whole foods. Obviously, my body's adjusted. I'm used to this. I've been doing this for a while now. So I'll do like kefir, berries, a little bit of rolled oats, a little bit of honey, a lot of protein. So this is about 50 grams of protein right here. And then I've gotten to the point where I'm putting ketchup on and stuff like that. When I first was starting, I wasn't doing that. I was trying to keep it as whole as possible until my body got regulated. And now my system can digest a little bit better. Again, 3 easy tips: start slow, stay hydrated. Tip number 3, eat whole foods. All right, so to my little closet. We got kettlebells, we've got Xeno bench, we've got J flexes. Shout out to Tight Grip Tape. They're always lacing me up with a whole bunch of tape and wristband. A couple of the iFasts whenever things are going real tough. These are pretty rad. Oscar knows about this. I had him wear this because he supinates a lot. Fire. Check these guys out. We're gonna grab the bag today from Ozzy. Shout out to my other sponsor too, Amorpho. If you don't know about weight vests, these weight vests, micro loading, they got the clothes, the cutoffs, the leggings. This is by far my favorite vest I've ever worn. Today, we're gonna be doing some HYROX training. So shout out to Ozzy, they just sent this out to me. So we're gonna go to the beach and fill this up, because the wonderful thing about living in San Diego, California is you get to fill up sandbags for free. But yeah. And then there's gonna be a little segment that's gonna come up called, for every one of these videos, it's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be Oscar Tries It. It's a new segment that you don't know, that he didn't know was gonna be part of every video. But from here on out, everything that we do. It does not matter if it's healthy food, if it's fucking training, if it's anything. There's going to be a segment and it goes, and it's going to be Oscar tries. You excited for that, Oscar?
Yes.
So we're here at OB, Ocean Beach. We are gonna fill this bag up. Like I said, one of the pleasures of living in San Diego is you don't have to pay for the sand to fill these up. But if you don't live in a beach community, you can honestly go to Lowe's or Home Depot. You can get a bag of sand, 50 pounds for about $6-7, so it's nothing crazy.
Today we're gonna do 400 repeats. I feel great.
We are?
I look great. I brought a tripod so I could work it out.
Stop lying to the audience, bro. You lie too much.
I don't
Just
lie.
say it. You feel great, you look ugly.
I look great. I look beautiful. There's the homie right there.
So this is what we're doing today. We're coming out for HYROX training. I got 6.5 miles to run today. 2 of those miles are going to be ran with compromised running. Compromised running is essentially fatiguing yourself pre-run and then going out for the run. It's one of the best things you can do if you are competing in HYROX, because HYROX is
exact same distance, exact same course, exact same movements, never changes. It's actually on
8 different runs and 8 different exercises. So it's kind of a level playing field. You could be really, really good at the exercises, sled, wall balls, all that kind of stuff, but you don't have the endurance for the run, or vice versa. You're great at running and keeping a tempo, but when you have to break that tempo and go into something like a 400+ pound sled push or a 200+ pound fucking sled pull, those little things are going to throw off your rhythm and ultimately going to throw off your endurance. So compromise running allows you to do both of those, and it also allows you to test your threshold. And we're going to get more into the running mechanics as far as like zone 2, zone 3s, threshold, VO2 max as we continue these videos, because I found out that it really, really does help a lot of people. It dramatically helped me growing up, understanding the difference in cardiovascular exercising and understanding that not everything needs to be this threshold, and that you'll actually get better running in zone 2. Just super simple ones, just lateral walks if you got a little bit of rhythm in you. This I'll do about 2 minutes. Just pulling that hip up, knees up. That's gonna help the hip flexors just loosen up. Usually when you're running a lot, especially explosive stuff, first thing you'll realize that you didn't warm up properly is your hip flexor. I'll do this for about 2 minutes. 2 minutes being 30 seconds on, take a little breather, another 30 seconds on. Spoke about it earlier, tight grip tape, wristband. I honestly, a lot of people think this is just for style. Yes, it's stylish, it's cool, but honestly, it really does make a big difference when you're getting incredibly sweaty and you're holding something like kettlebells in your hand and you're like this, and all that sweat is dripping down on you and going into your palm of your hand. You're not wearing chalk, you're not doing anything like that. So it makes a dramatic difference, to be honest with you, in just trapping that sweat there and keeping your hands dry. Especially too on the skiers. When you're doing this, I've been known to be so sweaty that I've kind of just like slipped off. Real shit. And then last one, you'll see me just go ahead and open and close. And this is again just pulling up a little bit more for the hips. Same exact thing with the walkover laterals, but I just like to be a little bit more explosive with it. Go 30 seconds one side and bring it back.
But I got this.
Wakes up your glutes.
Feel good, guys. How y'all doing? Feel great.
I could beat this.
Open up the chest. May look crazy, but I'm telling you, for your breathing, you don't want to be tight in the abdomen and in the chest cavity. And one of my favorites. Looks crazy, but I love it. Oh, really just stretching that out. I don't know why I love this one so much, but I really do. All right now we're in the New Balance Rebel V3s. We've got the Saucony Curvana 13s, and then we've got the New Balance SC Fuel Cell Elite. So these are my race day carbon plated. These are my everyday, and this is another one that I use for everyday, but tempos. Today we're gonna be wearing the Rebels during this workout, but Later on, I am gonna give you kind of a feedback and some tips about how to go ahead and do your shoe rotation, because it is incredibly important if you're training for half marathons, HYROX, and in general, just any type of training. So warm up, we're just gonna do 800 meters. Then we'll break down and we'll do some, the 800 meters is gonna be at like 50%, just to get our muscles warmed after the stretch. Then after that, we're gonna do some 100 and 200 meter tempo speed, and then we'll get into the actual workout. All right, so that's a 800 warm up. One more of those, then we'll get into tempo runs, and then we'll get into compromise runs. Making our system stress out and then have to perform. That's one of the most important things. Again, I can't stress it enough. For HYROX tape, that's what I was talking about. I'm just gonna show you how I wrap my fingers real quick. I come through, boom, lock it in, come around, give yourself some extra tape so you're not tightening it too much. I come right in that gap area like that, tear it, rip it off, and tuck it. Whether it be barbell complex, pull-ups, farmer's carries, it's just one of those things, and it does help. During HYROX, I'll actually do this thumb and this hand, this thumb and this hand. And again, it has like some coarseness to it. It has some texture, helps you grip better, helps once again, not let your hands get all slippery from the sweat. It's definitely an amazing product. Next exercise we're gonna be doing is farmer's carries. These are 56.5 pounds in each hand. We're gonna be carrying them for 100 yards. When that 100 yards is done, our Oscar will go ahead and take over and bring it back. We're gonna do that 1 to 2 times. After that, then we're gonna carry them for 100 yards. We're gonna drop them and take off on a run, AKA compromise running. Now on HYROX, you can walk, you can run, you can do whatever you want. I like to get a nice little tempo going, keep my shoulders nice and low, keep my knees bent, keep my core tight, rock my grip up at the top so my thumbs stop any type of roll movement forward.
The tempo shit really helped. Guys, that was not rough, but it does get you a little bit. I might need you.
On like 200 meters right there. 2 major tips for you when you are getting ready to train for hybrid type of training, aka what I call hyper hybrid, is understanding the difference between all out days and performance studied days. All out days, you're acting as if it's the competition. You're acting as if you're preparing. If it's a half marathon, you're running like you're in the half marathon. If it's HYROX, you're acting as if you're in HYROX, and you are going as fast as you possibly can to get your personal PR. On performance study days, you're not going as hard as you can, but you're trying to be meticulous. You're still going around 75, 80% of what you can do, but you're thinking about it. How is my cadence? How is my striking? How is my breathing? Are my shoulders too tight? Am I holding the bag properly? Should I try different grips? These are things that you have the opportunity to do in training. And I tell people, do things and be disciplined with them. Discipline leads to order, leads to results, okay? This is when you have the opportunity to be disciplined in your mechanics, to create an order, a system that your sensory neurons understand how to perform when it is time to perform, and that creates the best results for you. Let's get it.
Yeah, that's right.
Cut. 100 meters, farmer walks, 56.5 pounds in each hand, dropping them, sprinting back 100 meters. So that's a total of 400 meters that we'll be doing for this particular exercise. All right, the next exercise we're gonna be doing is gonna be sandbag lunges. We're gonna do 20 reps and then take off for 100 meters. We're gonna do this 4 times. So it's gonna end up being a 400 meters, 100 repeats, and then ends up being 80 reps. All right, so we just did 4 100 repeats for sprints with 20 50-pound sandbag front lunges in between to compromise that run. We are at 3,600 meters. We are now gonna finish off with 1 lap around the track, 400 meters with a high tempo, completing our 4,000 meter compromise run workout. I'll be posting it below with the descriptions. I'll give you guys links to the equipment I'm using, to the different things that I am using on my wrist, hands, equipment overall in general. Sorry, I'm a little tired. Stay tuned, because like I said, we took a little layoff, a couple months, had to get the training right, and now we back with consistent hits for the YouTube. Ooh.